Hi there. I'm in the parking structure of the hospital where 12 years ago I ended up in ICU for a stroke. But the good news is I'm in the parking structure, not in the hospital. I'm running my mother-in-law around for doctor's appointments today. And on the way here, I went to Starbucks to enjoy a drink while I waited. And during COVID, they started this new thing where they take the card reader and kind of give it to you so you can run your own card because they don't want to touch anything. Well, I've noticed recently they've added a tip screen. It's the first thing that pops up when you stick your card in. And you have to choose $1, $2, $5, other amount, or no thank you before you can go forward. It kind of feels like, you're getting hustled at that point. You feel obligated to put something down. I've been tipping $1 whether or not I know if my order is any good or not. I think I'm going to stop doing it though, because just fundamentally, I don't believe in the tip hustle. Now, in America, tipping is kind of part of the service industry. There are businesses who have gotten away with paying their servers and their bartenders or whatever a lower wage and encourage them to work off of tips. So maybe they're only making $2, $3 an hour, but when you accumulate a good night with tips, some are making a really good income on this. But they're relying on the tips. Starbucks, on the other hand, I think they get paid pretty good and they're getting insurance. So I don't know. Neither here nor there. It got me thinking about DJs and tipping and hustling for tips, which is something that I've never done. Now, if I've worked at a bar or a club, yeah, I've put a tip jar out, but I don't stick it in anybody's face, right? And encourage them to put money in it when they ask for a song. I feel like part of my job there is to play music people want to hear. It's nice to get a tip. It's not that I don't accept them. I just don't like hustling for them. Does that make sense to you? Because, if I accept a job at a bar or a club or even a mobile job, I'm not thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to go in for this low wage, but I'm going to rely on tips to make it worth my while, like a bartender or a server might. I don't operate that way. I don't think anybody does. Maybe somebody out there does. If you do, let me know in the comments section. I just don't do that. Recently, when I went to a club, one of the bartenders said, you know what you ought to do? You ought to get a sign that says Venmo tips, because people tip with Venmo now. So when they request a song, they can go to Venmo and tip you, and you can see if they've tipped you and you see whether or not you want to play the song or not. I don't know about that, Now, don't get me wrong. Again, it's nice to get tipped. Very American, right? It's nice to get a tip. It's nice at the end of a night when I'm doing a mobile that somebody gives me a few $100 extra. It's amazing. That makes you feel good. Makes you feel like you did a good job, especially if you get the tip at the end of the night, because they must have liked you if they're going to do that, right? But again, I don't price them out where I'm relying on this tip, and I don't hustle for it. I personally think it's bad form, but got me thinking, am I a dinosaur? Is this something that you do now? Do I need to recalibrate my moral compass and start hustling for these tips? Because is that the new norm? It doesn't feel right to me, and I don't want to do that, but maybe that's what it is. Even these bar and club jobs I've accepted in the last couple months, again, I haven't gone in there thinking to myself, okay, it's not a lot of money, but with tips I could make good money. This is not how I operate. Not how I've operated anyway. But I don't know. What do you think of this? Let me know in the comments section. I think it's bad form to hustle. I think it's nice to receive, but bad form to hustle. My opinion. What's yours? Let us know in the comments section. That's it. Thanks for watching. We'll make more videos later on, probably today, this week for sure. So stay tuned for those. I appreciate you so much. Practice and enjoy.